I'm Cris Velasco, and I was one of the composers on Bloodborne.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it you desire?
I mean, as you can tell behind me, I'm a huge art fan, and kind of the darker the better. The art just ticked every box for me. It was so cool, and I instantly knew, even before I knew what the game was about, it's okay, I totally get this game. Here's what the music has to be like. I think a lot of composers will say that when they first start a project, it's the only feeling you have is one of just terror. You just feel like they've made a huge mistake in hiring me. All my best work is behind me, and there's no way I could possibly do this justice. For Bloodborne, it's one of the few times where just the visuals were so instantly inspiring that I heard it, I heard the tracks, and it was just a matter of quickly sketching it out and taking down notes quick before it leaves. It was really, I wrote my tracks quite quickly. I don't know. Talk to my therapist. I've loved monsters since I was a little kid. Other kids would be like, "Oh, I want to be a fireman. I want to, be an astronaut or something." And I wanted to work in Jim Henson's creature shop and make monsters. So that side obviously didn't happen. I went a musical route, but I have just maintained this love for the creepy and the macabre my whole life. And I sometimes feel like it's kind of like eating really spicy food. Sometimes it's God, I'm going to suffer for this. I'm going to suffer now, and I'm going to suffer later. But I can't stop eating it. I feel like being scared kind of fires those same receptors. I like to work on a project that scares other people that way too. It's just fascinating to me. I don't know. One of the greatest and scariest motivators is that deadline, and every day you're not working on something, it's well, I had to do this much music every day to make my deadline. If I skip a day, this much music becomes this much music, and the next time I skip a day, it's that's that much music. And having some kind of writer's block like that, it happens for sure, but I make sure that I clear that block. I have this notepad next to my bed, and every night before I go to sleep, I write out, I will do my best work. I don't want to put something out there that I listen to after it's done and be like, oh yeah, I really phoned that one in. I really take a lot of pride in what I do. And I take a lot of joy in what I do. And that's helped me a lot. And it helps me not get too frustrated with these kind of creative roadblocks. It's I know now that's just part of the process, and part of the fun is getting over or through that hurdle and just doing the best I can do. I just got to a point in Bloodborne where I'm fighting Amygdala, that multi-armed, legged beast that's all brain and eyes, and that's one of the bosses that I scored. I had no idea I was about to get to this boss, and so that was a moment that just happened 2 nights ago, and it was super cool. I liked it. So I feel that score in general has kind of, not just the work that I did, but the work that everyone else did. I think it really holds up, and it kind of captures the mood really well for me, at least.